Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today here at MadWorldTarot. And it is of course Good Friday, it's Easter weekend, very intense energy. We're between the eclipses, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm feeling it. I'm sure many of you are feeling it. I know the people in my world are feeling it. And it's quiet energy, it's contemplative energy, very, very intense energy. And so today I'm looking at the two in the royal family who really are going through it. The ones that have been sacrificed to some extent, and the ones that are suffering to some extent. So Lightseer's Tarot on the tarot table for this one, I'm looking at the Princess of Wales. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. We're just going to see how she's doing. I also want to know how her family are doing. So we're going to repurpose this Celtic cross a little bit to ask how Prince William is handling things, how the kids are handling things. They are, I assume, away in Norfolk over Easter at their country home, Anmar Hall, and together as a family and just regrouping and consolidating as a family and shutting the rest of the world out as best they can after all the trials and tribulations that they have been through recently, thanks to certain squads and certain bots. And we'll get there, but we're not going to get there today. We're going to leave them in the sewer for now, and we are just going to look at the energy of the people who have been under attack and see how they are doing. And the outcome for this reading, I'm just looking at the rest of the year. So you know the time frame, this is not forever ever reading. This is just to see on the current trajectory how things are going. So that is that. It's tarot for fun and entertainment. Of course, it's just my opinion, just speculation, just reading energy, and disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what's going on. Lightseer's Tarot. And a snoring dog with me. I'm babysitting a very old Jack Russell this weekend. I do very often have him during the day with me. I usually send him home before I do tarot. But he's spending the weekend with me, so if you can hear snoring, it's very old Jack Russell. Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's the teamwork card. It's in reverse. It tells me that they are not, they're not looking outside themselves at the moment. They're not surrounded by their usual people, staff, secretaries, people who plan their diaries and their wardrobes and all that stuff, whatever they do, those kinds of people, courtiers, how about that word, tells me that they are not dealing with those kinds of people. They really are very intensely focused inwardly on themselves and their family. That's how I'm reading that card, that Three of Pentacles in reverse, because it's normally about a team that's busy collaborating on something. And for sure right now they are not bothered about any of that external stuff and just focused very much on themselves and their family. So situation, the Princess of Wales, Celtic cross from her point of view mostly. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse. This is the difficult news that she's had, the bad news. There she is, carefree, upright, adventurous, happy, excited, good news, good PR, but she's been through it, as I said, and there has been bad news, and she's just, over about a month ago got the bad news, dealing with the bad news now, and we're all dealing with the bad news now as well. And so there it is, Page of Wands in reverse. Definitely in her own world, in her own space, withdrawn. Upright, it's energetic, it's adventurous, it's out having fun and all of that. Exploring in the reverse is I'm going to sit quietly at home, and rightly so, in this current energy and in her current situation. So what's particularly maybe bothering her, and we've got the Hermit, there it is. She's very withdrawn in her thoughts. She's feeling, I would say, quite alone. And even though she's got her family around her, I think for her it's quite difficult being cut off from this Three of Pentacles. And it's interesting that that is now, I can understand the energy of this card better. That I think she would like to be back with all those people and the busy work, the planning and strategizing and planning the diary and doing all of that stuff. And that's the little fellow talking to me because he wants to go for a walk now. But instead of which, she's feeling alone, she's feeling withdrawn, she's having to isolate herself, she's having to think quite difficult thoughts, she's having to search inside herself for inner strength. She does strike me as being a very courageous person, a very self-reliant person, self-contained person, but still it's lonely, still it's challenging. She might be questioning spiritual things with that Hermit card. She might be thinking about those kinds of things. And it's not negative energy, but it's just a process that she's going through. And I feel a bit like a voyeur kind of peeping in on it. I don't intend that at all. This is purely out of concern. It's not out of anything of that nature. It's a very private energy, that Hermit energy. So behind the scenes, what's going on? We can see behind the scenes what's going on. Ten of Cups. This is a family that's under pressure. Definitely, and I don't mean that it's a family under pressure because the marriage is on the rocks and, you know, all the ghastly rumors and things that have been going around. That Ten of Cups in reverse is just simply that they are having to contemplate a serious illness. They're having to rely on each other, and the normal holiday excitement for the kids is obviously they're much more subdued. They are anxious. The family is anxious. The family is struggling, and struggling in a normal way when there is serious illness in a family, not in any bizarre squaddy, botty kind of a way. Let's make that very clear. So mind focus right now for her, a Ten of Wands. A Ten of Wands in reverse. We've got two tens in reverse. She wishes this would be over. She wishes it was finished. There's another lonely energy. The Ten of Wands. She's going on this lonely journey by herself. It's a heavy burden going through the treatment that she's got to go through. I'm sure that she's feeling that in the world there are very few people she can trust right now, count on right now. Family, a few very close friends. The rest of the world is going to have to be shut out while she goes through this journey on her own that she wishes was over. And it's quite moving for me. It's a very much Garden of Gethsemane energy. I don't, want to get too weird. But there is that energy of suffering and wanting the suffering to be taken away from her with that Ten of Wands in reverse. It's a very heavy burden, and she does definitely feel very alone. So how has it been going? Past energy. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Her independence has been stopped. Her happiness in doing in doing what she did. And that was all her charities and all her work, her research and all her projects that she loved and she felt very proud of. And it was her own independence and her own accomplishment. And she was out and about and she was enjoying it and thriving. The Nine of Pentacles is very powerful female energy for thriving. It's also very physical energy, which I don't very often articulate, because it's normally about being very well provided for in an independent way, having enough resources, having quite a luxurious lifestyle, the Nine of Pentacles. But of course it's physicality as well, and that's going to Wimbledon, that's playing tennis, that's rowing, running, swimming, whatever it is that she does sports-wise, stopped from doing that. So she's lost some independence. And also, of course, the fact that everyone has been so focused on her and trying to find out what's going on with her, that I think she's felt it to be very intrusive. At the same time that she's lost her own physical independence, she's finding that her movements are being curtailed because of people's curiosity, their sort of invasive attention. So how's she going to be going in the near future? Of course, through her treatment. How's that going to go? Knight of Pentacles, slow but steady. It's good energy, the Knight of Pentacles. It's reliable energy. It's going through the milestones, through however often the treatment is, and whatever she's got to do and whatever protocols she's got to follow. It's all going to be followed. It's all going to be done diligently, and it's successful energy. It's slow but steady progress, the Knight of Pentacles, to a very positive outcome. So that's good to see, because this is hard energy and it's tough energy, and she's in it right now. Very, very clear for me, feeling this energy. So let's look at the rest of the family. Prince William, first of all, how's he holding up right now? And we have the Death card, the Death and Rebirth card. He's going through something very, very profound. She is with the Hermit card, and he is with the Death card, which is transformation. It's endings and transformation. A chapter in their life has ended. And without knowing the true cause of all of this drama in the cards the past few months, we've been getting this kind of energy. I know other readers have been, and it's like, what is going on? This is going on. It's a chapter in their lives has ended. That kind of carefree chapter in their lives. Not that it was carefree, but things have just got serious now. And things have got serious, of course, because also the King, it's Scorpio energy. The King is unwell. The King's also going through cancer treatment. So poor Prince William is really finding that his whole life is changing. And it's changing in very radical ways, in very difficult ways, and ways that he wouldn't have chosen. If he was asked, how do you feel about this? He would have said, absolutely not. I don't want to take on these burdens. But he's going to have to. It's an interesting depiction of the Death card, because it has the words rebirth, so it's transformation into something new. So that's something that's going to be cut down and then grow new shoots and come back very strongly. And there is this kind of contemplation and this vision there of a future. And so she's thinking with that Hermit card, very withdrawn, probably doesn't really want to talk to anyone or see anyone right now. And he is thinking, I need to figure out my life, because big things are coming my way. The kids, how are the kids doing? Haven't really wanted to. Six of Cups in reverse. They're struggling. And I can feel it. I'm feeling very emotional as I say that. Six of Cups upright, happy families, playing, innocent energy. It's childhood energy, the Six of Cups. It's childhood's end. And I don't mean it in the sci-fi sense, really, if you've read the book. But this is a sobering moment for them. It's a growing up kind of a moment. As I say, the safe haven Anma Hall, which is a fun place to go and play and explore and make lovely memories, is now going to be tainted for them to some degree with some sorrow and some sense of struggle. So yeah, a Six of Cups in reverse, and not surprising energy at all. Hopes and fears, back to Catherine. What's she hoping for? Queen of Cups. She's in her emotions, and she's wanting to find some kind of emotional equilibrium, because cups are, of course, about emotions. The King and Queen of Cups are about equilibrium, or finding your emotional balance. Getting the right support, giving support, of course, as well when they're upright. But this is a self-care card for me as a reader, the Queen of Cups. Needing self-care, needing time out, needing emotional support around, possibly quite a different energy for her to be in. Just my sense of her, I think she's finding that she's having to tap into different skills and self-nurture and do things and think thoughts and express feelings that she maybe hasn't really allowed herself to feel or express with that Queen of Cups. And that might at some degree be quite disturbing for her, but in another sense, because we're in the realm of hopes and fears here, in another sense it's definitely the hope that she's going to come through this, and the self-care is going to work, and she's going to come through this absolutely wonderfully well. So let's see how she's going to be doing in the next 6-9 months, and not the forever outcome. Just how is she going to be doing? We got the King of Cups in reverse. It's the match of this. There's going to be ups and downs on this journey, and that is for sure. There's going to be ups and downs. Unfortunately for her, it's not going to be just an easy transition through it and then it's done and it's fixed. There are going to be moments when I think that challenges are going to come to her because of this energy here. Because this is a match for me. These two are a match, and I don't think for one second that these two, because he's in reverse, are having trouble any more than you would normally have when someone is very ill or has been rocked like this by a shock. So at least not get too melodramatic about it. But this King of Cups and this Death card for me is more about the king. Look, there is a crown over that man's head. He's meditating, he's got a singing bowl, he's reflecting. I think that the difficulty for her, she's on her own solid journey to healing. The difficulty for her is that Prince William is going through something as well. And this is because of this energy and this death and rebirth card. And of course there are other things going on in the royal family other than just her own health journey. And so that I think is why the King of Cups is in reverse. And of course, also, just have to say, when cards are in reverse, it's sometimes delayed activation of energy. So it can be that at some stage there is full mastery, there's full completion, there is full happiness. They're both comfortable again, and I think they will get there. But for now, there is turbulence in the royal family, stormy waters, better analogy with the King of Cups. And there is awareness of it. And it's going to be quite difficult to navigate. If you want an astrologer's perspective on all of this, of course, Steve Judd, an astrologer that I've dipped in and out of for many decades, he's done had a look at the royal family, their charts. These two are fine. This situation, not so wonderful, but of course, that's his opinion. And that's it for today, and I will see you again over the weekend when the energy calls me to come to the tarot table. Let's put it like that.